Jacqueline is from Park Ridge. You want to know that is the home of Hillary Clinton. That's as political as it gets tonight, I promise. She is a performer and storyteller, and she's told stories at a lot of shows around the city. Pour One Out, Serving the Sentence, 10 by 9, or is it 10x9? How do you?
10 by 9.
Thank you, 10 by 9. Juice Box Blend, I love the names of these shows, and the Chicago Women's Funny Festival. So one of the questions I asked our performers is, what would your ICE stage name be? You know, along the lines of Ice Tea, Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice, you know, Meltdown theme. I made my point. Jacqueline answered Ice Queen, spelled with the KW.
Thank you. This past July, the story of a 26-year-old with a Moana birthday cake went viral on Facebook because the bakery heard her age and assumed when her mother said Moana, she meant marijuana. The bakery couldn't imagine that a 26-year-old would want a birthday cake of Disney's story of a Polynesian girl fulfilling the quest of her ancient ancestors and discovering her identity. My 26th birthday was last year, and I did have a Moana cake. The bakery I used understood me when I said to pipe, "Happy birthday, 26th birthday, Jacqueline," in gold frosting over the photo of Moana. It all started about 16 months before, the day a friend randomly asked me if I wanted to see Moana. I was 25, and although I loved Disney, I hadn't seen a new Disney movie in years that I had loved. I really only went because I don't know how to say no. For once, my people-pleasing came in handy. Sitting in the movie theater, I saw my 25-year-old Irish self depicted on screen in the form of a teenage Polynesian girl sailing over oceans, defying her family's wishes for her to stay on her island. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. The story of Moana is a universal hero's journey that I would argue we all can relate to, hence its box office success. But I'm not the daughter of a chief. I have never been to any of the Polynesian islands, and I certainly have never sailed the ocean to save my people. Even still, I sat in the audience of that AMC and cried as if I was watching a movie about my own struggles. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. I've been working for my parents for almost 2 years. They have a property management company that manages buildings in Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. I work in the office managing expenses, income, and tenant issues that come in like the tide, heavy and constant. The great dynastic plan is that when my parents retire, I will take this business over. Similarly, Moana is the daughter of the chief of her village, and she is expected to become chiefess when she comes of age. Every turn I take, every trail I trek, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. I never grew up wanting to be a property manager, and it isn't what I studied in school. I went to NYU and created my own major. It was called Fashioning and Identity and the Culture of Clothing, which is code for fashion psychology and anthropology. To be frank, I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do when I graduated. I just started working on political campaigns, then moved home to do real estate leasing in December in Chicago. The worst time of year to lease an apartment. I was struggling leasing when my therapist recommended I go work at Trader Joe's. They had great insurance, it was kind of a cool job, and it would give me structure, all the things I needed at that moment. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. See, I grew up performing. I was a member of the Screen Actors Guild before I was 4 years old, because at age 2, I pointed at the television and said, I want to be on TV like him. The man I pointed at was none other than Michael Jordan. And Right around my 5th birthday, I was cast in an AMF bowling commercial with him. I tell this anecdote not to brag, even though I'm a Gemini and I love to brag, but to explain that I've always believed I was destined for great things and that I manifest through positive thinking. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I came close a few times, ending up as one of the last 2 girls auditioning for the lead role in the movie I Am Sam. Dakota Fanning went on to win a Critics' Choice Award for Best Young Performer in the role, and star in countless movies. I quit performing when I was 12 to concentrate on school and being a kid. I now see the irony in concentrating on being a kid at age 12 on the cusp of adolescence. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I had long given up on being a star when I came home from working on political campaigns in Tennessee and New Hampshire, and my mom, tired of me puttering around the house, recommended I take a class at Second City. I didn't really feel called to take an improv class at age 23, but I'm never one to pass up a free opportunity. I ended up falling back in love with performing at age 23, over 10 years after I'd prematurely retired. I realized I could no longer roll with my life, just as Moana realized she had to sail out to sea despite her parents' wishes for her to stay on land. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong, I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? Suddenly I was feeling the urge to perform again, but I felt I was too old to chase my dreams of being a star. Yes, I realize it's ridiculous for someone in their mid-20s to feel this way, but that's how I felt. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, and no one knows how deep it goes, and it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me, and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? I finally took the plunge and got new headshots a few weeks ago. I plan on submitting them to agencies in Chicago and start auditioning for commercials, movies, and TV shows soon. The plan is to follow in the footsteps of my hero, Moana, and find a way to both defy my parents and please them. So I won't end up working in property management, but I will fulfill my Irish ancestral destiny of telling stories, whatever medium that may be, and discover my true identity as a gutsy performer. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind on my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I can't hit this note, go. Thank you.